Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thanks today as well for you, Administrator. We appreciate it so much. We appreciate you coming in today, and over the last few months, of course, I've been doing the 99-county tour across Iowa, visiting a lot of our small businesses. And in each of those counties that I visit, constituents tell me that they're really struggling with the impact of inflation. Of course, I'm sure you hear it every day as well. And on their small businesses, just the extreme costs that they are bearing, and including their ability to maintain their payroll for their employees. The most recent Consumer Price Index report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that prices increased by 8.5% over the last 12 months, which is the largest year-over-year increase for over 40 years. And over that same period, Producer Price Index increased by 11.2%, indicating that most small businesses are experiencing increasingly diminished margins in real terms and prices for consumers as they continue to skyrocket because of the inflationary crisis. So inflation has created a hidden value added tax on our small businesses in Iowa and throughout the country. So from the SBA perspective, what is SBA doing to both help those small businesses navigate those climbing prices and also to prevent those costs from being passed along to consumers? And in your opinion, how can the administration respond to inflation to help struggling small businesses?
Thank you so much, Senator. I enjoyed my recent visit in Iowa, and I look forward to returning and hopefully visiting with you. And you have some incredible small businesses.
Yeah, thank you.
We, aligned in terms of what the SBA is doing and what we're supporting for small businesses specifically. Of course, the president's, budget, recognizes the burdens of higher costs and higher gas prices, or rather, he appreciates the burdens and some of the measures that are being taken around pocketbook issues. Of course, SBA has a role to play as when we look at child care costs in particular, SBA is trying to help. That would not only help reduce costs, but it also helps with the workforce. And we have launched, of course, we have boot camps training child care entrepreneurs in this space, and we have launched a series of conversations, roundtables with those child care entrepreneurs and others to formulate new policies and be able to better support the expansion of that supply of child care facilities, which will hopefully expand our workforce. The other, of course, part that the president's budget really focuses on is expanding our productive economy and manufacturing so that we can make more in America. And small businesses, of course, 75% of all manufacturers are 20 and under employees in particular. So they have a large role to play. We will be leaning in to supporting our manufacturers to make sure that more small manufacturers can make things in America. And that includes not only the manufacturing initiative, the manufacturing hub that we're standing up within our government contracting business development, but across our centers. Our centers do an incredible job of helping small businesses position for success. We want them to focus on manufacturing. And lastly, just specifically around the inflation, we know that all those immediate pressures are difficult for small business. Mm-hmm. Our advisor network across the 1,300 centers, plus the over 450 navigators, are continuing to help small businesses. Our SBDCs are doing trainings on supply chain management. Our WBCs are doing innovative things. One is connecting military spouses locally to jobs locally. Mm-hmm. We're really trying to lean in to provide actual technical assistance that helps with today's problems.
No, thank you. And I appreciate you raising the issue of child care as something that Senator Rosen and I do have a small business bill that we've worked on together that would expand access to small business administration loans, of course, for nonprofits and so forth. So we'd love to continue working on that with you. And just very briefly, if you could expand a little bit on what you're maybe doing to assist small businesses in those rural areas that have been disproportionately hit by inflation.
Yes. For me, rural is very important. I spent a long time in California traveling around rural, and I've tried to focus our policies. We have an Office of Rural Affairs, of course, that targets initiatives in the district offices. Our community navigators, actually nearly half of those as well, are focused on rural. I've added that as a component component as a measure within this program, is I'd like to see our expansion of services to rural entrepreneurs. So we'll continue to track that for you.
Thank you, Administrator. Thank you, Mr. Chair.